Hello, my darlings. Welcome into my little treasure trove. I hope you're all doing really well. And I really feel like there's an ancestor message just banging on the door. So if you're returning, welcome back. Hey, Cherubima. Hey, initiates. And if you're new here, my job is to hold the fort of sovereignty and encourage humans to really take responsibility over their own creation. And I'm really looking for the top 5% of humans that can do that. So that could interest you if you're ready to really own your own world. So I'm going to get into it, and we're going to start off with the ancestor cards. Let's start the clock right there. Okay. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing and protecting this reading. To all higher beings in the non-physical who wish to convey a message through me in the energy of love, I welcome you in at this time. Now, what they're showing me is someone's pineal gland being lit up. It's not quite the same color as my lamp right here, but it's a golden, sort of a long diamond kind of shape like that on someone's pineal gland. And what I'm getting is that you are your ancestor's diamond. There's something about you. Maybe you've done something differently to the rest of your family, or maybe something about you has stood out. I'm hearing that you've stood the test of time. So I feel like many temptations have been put on your pathway, and you knew you had this kind of obvious feeling within you that you were different, because things that didn't shock or bother other people would really bother you. And I feel like you had a taste for the wholesome. Okay, they're giving me this energy like you've got a taste for the good old home life. You like good home cooked food. You like being around people who've got a beautiful heart that you can rely on. I feel like you like that cozy reliability. And I feel like that's where maybe you've stood out to your ancestors, and why they see you as this golden one who, no matter what you are faced with in the physical, you are in the world but not of the world. You've stayed golden. And what they're telling me here is that word really means something when we say golden. We're not talking about the monetary, flashy idea of gold. We're talking about the fact that gold is so precious, in the fact that you cannot change gold no matter what you do. And that's what makes it so valuable to us. And this is what they're giving me for you, my darling, that you brought in this beautiful, gorgeous Venusian elixir. And this is like the honey and the nectar. This is like that beautiful warm milk, that comforting energy. All around your heart chakra, I can feel this, that you came in with this beautiful full up. It's like a big cup of cocoa, your heart. It's really lovely. And that's what you've come in here with. And it's only gotten more beautiful, they're telling me, because your core cannot be changed. And yeah, they've had this special mission for you is what I'm getting now. They're giving me new information now. You've got this special mission, and it's funny, they're bringing up Easter, and they're showing me Easter eggs in my mind's eye in the grass. It's almost like your soul, where when you go places, they're telling me where you go, you sow. So it's like your soul leaves little Easter eggs wherever you go. This could even be verbally, with little things, like little bits of feedback that you give people that they would never get from anyone else, because you are unique. You are selected. You've got this golden juju, this elixir that they're even giving me the taste of this. And I'm trying to keep my flow, and I'm trying to like get my words out as they're giving me the taste and the resonance and the residue and the essence of this. They're almost making it like a liquid you could drink, the elixir, the honey and nectar of the goddess or of the gods, right? But this is definitely a Venusian energy coming through. So they're telling me the word mission is very heavy, but for you, it should be as light as air. It should be as light as the highest vibration. They're giving me 7th dimension for you. So yeah, baby, you could have found it quite hard on the earth plane. You could have found it quite tough. We've got the Hunter of Conflict coming out here. The raw wasteland of the 3D, right? The rockiness, the harshness of people. We've got someone on this cave drawing with a sword in the air and a Mohican, a mohawk. And these are real drawings that have been drawn in. And then we've got someone over here with a different kind of silhouette fighting back. And it's funny, they just made me say a different type of silhouette, because that residue that you hold, it's almost like the residue of perfume or the scent of flowers drifting through people's minds. But I feel like you've got a special way of giving people feedback that they wouldn't get from anyone else. Look at this beautiful owl here. And this is so cute to me, the way it looks like it's been drawn by a child. There's a gorgeous innocence and purity here. No way. You know, guys, I'm so forgetful with my ADHD that even when I start reading and I talk about this diamond thing I can see in my mind's eye, within 10 seconds, you guys know what it's like if you've got ADHD yourself. You totally forget, your mind empties and you're a clear vessel for spirit once more. I operate in the now moment all the time because I'm like that, right? So I'm always relying on my psychic signal to remind me of anything, even in my daily life. So this here, this big bright, of all the cards I could have picked, we've got one with a big bright golden pineal gland. And these big eyes, they're telling me, these eyes to see. The eyes to see and the heart to feel. And what you've retained is your innocence, my darling. And that's so precious because it means that wherever you go, they're showing me petals, cherry blossom petals now. But imagine cherry blossom petals that were like honey flakes from the fairies, from the angels. That's kind of the energy you leave around. So when I say residue, I'm even getting like an ice cream coming through. You could have been eating vanilla ice cream recently because I'm tasting it. They're giving me a lot of taste for you. I'm not used to this, right? I'm not used to them giving me a lot of scent and a lot of taste, and the scent turning into taste in my mouth. We talk about earth angels a lot, but this is a big load they're giving me. Your ancestors are giving me like a big plate of this gorgeous, cute energy. They're giving me the word kawaii. You could be from the Asian countries, East Asia. You could have a taste for those lovely, soft, cartoonish energies like Hello Kitty and like these kind of energies here. Let me show you my little thing that I have on my table just to remind me that life is but a dream and we are immortal. And there's something so gorgeous about the way you've managed to cocoon yourself and keep that clarity and keep your honor. I feel like honor's really important for you. And I was also seeing a cocoa skin, a beautiful cocoa golden bronze skin, golden brown kind of cocoa skin when they were showing me that golden diamond. So that could mean something to someone. But once I give the message out, then what happens, guys, is another being will step forward in place in my mind's eye to give confirmation for somebody else. So then it will be a lady whose hair I can see the pallor of your skin being quite pale, and I can see you've got dark roots and more honey colored hair. So this will keep happening. Now I'm seeing a man, okay, who is more thick set, a bit more pinkish in the skin, right? So they want me to give you, all of you, these confirmations. That's a few of you there. Now I'm seeing a dark skinned man, Uganda, I'm getting here. So let's get one more out. Otherwise, I'll be there all day with this big queue of souls. Okay, let's refresh this. I'm gonna pull some tarot now. We've got the Dancer of Lies here. So your ancestors want you to know, and I've been getting this a lot of touch in my readings and now taste. So it looks like that through doing this channel, I'm developing even deeper layers to my interpretation of energy now. And maybe that's happening for you because they're making me say this, and then, you know, I feel like that's what's happening for you. But the point I was making was, my oh my, have you gone through a lot of stuff? Because we've got the Dancer of Lies on one side of you and the Hunter of Conflict on the other. And it feels to me like maybe you felt like you've been in a character in a movie where you've just been going through this endless cacophony of people being shady, people being sketchy, people doing the wrong things, and you seeing right through them. You can feel the essence, right? You can feel the essence of people's souls. You're very rare initiate. They want me to tell you. You are a rare initiate, and no matter how cocooned you may have been for someone out there, and no matter how harsh these chapters of your life have been, there is a warrior within you. They want you to know there is a very strong warrior within you. Maybe you've had to keep things a little bit controlled in your life because you had this column of lies and this column of conflict, and they're giving it to me like that, like you maybe felt like you couldn't escape. The only way out is through. That's what I'm getting with this energy, and that's why your ancestors want you to know that they've seen all the lies. They've seen it from your point of view because you're the one with the clarified vision. Now what they're showing me here, it kind of looks like a fishbowl, but like a TV, like an old-fashioned TV. But they show me their viewpoint of our conscious reality. And your consciousness shines up so prominently for the elders, for your ancestors. They want you to know that every time you felt the frustration of some bastard lying to you and acting like you couldn't feel it, they want you to know they were there with you, that you were always ahead of the curve, that you were always being prepared for this positioning or for this new wave of energy flowing through reality with all the awakened souls and the people who have their immortal nature locked and loaded. This is what you've been prepared for, to be one of these people. So maybe you've been keeping yourself separate, or maybe you've got this idea in your mind of who you are and where you belong. But I feel like there's newness for you because they want you to know you're tough. You've got this warrior energy. They keep impressing this on my mind. Like, you haven't seen anything yet. You haven't even seen half of your potential. Yeah, they're tingling me up. Something's about to get really real for you. You just saw that 1011, 111 on my clock, okay? It's all lining up. This has been what your life has been all about. They've been so close to you. You could have really felt your ancestors around you when all of this has been going on in your life. But you've been preserved, you've been cocooned. You may have felt yourself kind of maybe pulling out of things that other people around you seemed so enamored with, right? Like parties, or, you know, when they laugh at jokes and you think, what was funny about that kind of thing? Like, I feel like maybe you always felt like you were on the outside, but it was protection. It was this golden ball of energy all around you, that beautiful honey-fied energy. We've got temperance here. I feel like you're really patient. I feel like you're intelligent enough to see the big picture. Truly, truly intelligent enough to metaphysically see the entire overview, because you're someone who sees through your immortal lens of consciousness, and someone who's very much trusted with the way you weigh and measure energy. This is something easy for you you've done in other lives. Really hard lives where, you know, every lie someone told you could get you killed. If you trusted the wrong person, it could mess up your whole life. Then you had to reset, pick a new vessel and be reborn. So this time, I feel like you kept yourself around some sort of healing energy with temperance. I feel like there has been something that's been a consistent stream of energy in your life, perhaps with no breaks, right? Maybe you've had one relative you can rely on. If so, lucky you, you know, like this to me feels quite motherly, quite grandmotherly. But again, I'm feeling this energy at your shoulder. So this could most definitely be a grandma energy. And there is, I'm seeing an Asian grandma in my mind's eye with whitened hair, right? So there's definitely a presence in this reading that wants me to get it across to, I'm feeling a feminine energy, but could be anyone who's got Asian roots, right? And they want you to know you're a warrior. You've got this, they're telling me you're going to go deeper with this. And the deeper you dig, it's going to feel like a whole new world. This big new layer of yourself that's going to be revealed to you. So if you've been feeling maybe bored, maybe stuck in routine, maybe thinking, well, when's life going to come alive for me? Yeah, I'm kind of getting the Lion King. But instead of the song, I just can't wait to be king coming through, I'm getting, I just can't wait to be free. But there's this feeling of there's got to be more to life. Like, when's life going to come alive for me kind of thing. And I feel like that's coming for you. But again, that warrior energy, they're giving me like Tomb Raider energy, explorer energy. They're showing me who's that guy, Indiana Jones. Like, they kind of want you to get into those kind of energies. They're showing me the movie Infinite, which has Mark Wahlberg in it, where it shows the same souls coming back and meeting up with the same crew. Immortal nature. They're giving me everything, everywhere, all at once. So I feel like there's a big energy coming through to zone in with you because you've maintained this frequency. You've maintained your golden purity. 6 of Pentacles. Okay, show me. Yeah, very much familial here, because it's like a beautiful wheel of energy that you continue on even in the present moment. Moon energy on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like that's what's giving you this energy of what's coming next. You know, like maybe you feel like you've been hanging around too long or something like that. But it looks to me as if you're closing the door on this, because I feel like you finding out who you are spiritually, you finding out who you are and seeing yourself through the lens of the higher self, and realizing that everything you've done has actually gone towards something. You haven't been missing out. You haven't been misplaced even though you may have felt like that. I see that with the 9 of Swords and the Moon. You may have felt misplaced, and that's so often the case where these opposites seem to occur where we feel like maybe we're left out, or maybe, you know, something's kind of amiss for us, when really we've just been set in a background kind of storyline for a while to prepare us for this most perfect harmony. I'm getting a perfect harmony with the Six of Pentacles because I feel like you really do honor and respect your ancestors. They want me to show you this picture. Someone could resonate with this, the way this lady looks, or something like that. Let's pull some charms and we'll see what's coming out. We've got the whisk here, so this is that energy of things getting mixed up and moving for you. And yes, excitement. Okay, the excitement is coming. Okay, we've got this little seahorse here, so sweet and so gentle and so flowing, right? And I feel like perhaps you could relate to that way you flow and observe, and, you know, perhaps even avoid, because the seahorse hasn't got big teeth like the shark. The seahorse doesn't have that kind of way of moving, right? So I feel like you've got your own unique way of moving. And again, heavy protection with this seahorse energy. But then we've got the diamond, right? And they're telling me you are hard. Yeah, these seahorse energies got you through before. That flowing energy, going with the current. But things are about to shift once this moon cycle is over. Yeah, 8 of Cups energy. You're going to be walking away from old ideas about yourself. And I feel like there's something about you getting stuck into the physical here. Really stuck into the physical with something in your life. So I don't know if this is going to be something you're planning with friends, something you're going to be doing outdoors, a trip. Maybe you're going to be doing something for charity. Or maybe it's some other beautiful opportunity where there's going to be something quite physical involved. It could even be something like making a movie and you find yourself in the woods a lot, right? It will be different for different people. But this is totally about expansion. This is totally about using what you learn in these preparatory passageways of your development and knowing that it was initiating you for the next step. You were being hardened up. Diamond, gold, the beautiful unchangeable golden soul mixed in now into the physical, bringing that hardness into diamond format. I feel like that's what you're going to be doing now. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Show me more about temperance, please. Okay. As much as I'm getting a motherly connection with this, it's almost like for someone out there, you had to do this yourself. You had to patch yourself up. And I feel like you are a natural conduit for the healing modalities of your ancestors, particularly the feminine, right? The grandmas, you know, your motherly balms and the soups your mother may have made or your grandma may have made, stuff like that. I feel like it's been really important here. And there's that wheel turning now, where now you are the elder, now you are prepared, now you can be the one to step foot into that positioning of being, I'm getting healing modality. You are the healing modality now. And this wheel that we see here, it's all about receiving and giving and sending out as much as you can in that beautiful energy that I feel like now you should be confident about here. I feel like there's something about you where your level of understanding of others is now to be utilized, right? It would be easy for people to think, oh my God, I've gone through so much conflict. I've gone through so many lies and all this. You know, this is like the hell levels, right? And some people get stuck there. Some people, they don't necessarily want to heal others because like, well, no one was there for me. And I feel like you're not one of those people. I feel like you're fully ready. There's a responsibility with you, a maturity with you, and a smoothness and a flow with you where you can flow so easily. One thought is all it takes for you to realize in a soft and succinct way, oh, this is who I am now. And there's a grace to this. There's a beautiful grace in this movement. An acceptance. I feel like you're someone who's really good at acceptance. And now it's your time for you to accept the movement of energy, that the past is over now, and that no, you weren't going crazy. Yeah, these people were exactly what you saw them to be. They're giving me Hades, like you had to kind of pass these levels here and hold on to your sanity. There's that Four of Swords coming out with temperance. So full on healing, right? This is angelic healing with temperance, but also the practical application of your force of will to provide yourself with security and gentility and understanding. And this is where you're so powerful. Some people say to me, Cleo, Rye, you seem so powerful, and I'm an earth angel, and I don't feel like I'm that powerful. But I want you guys to know that the more refined and gentle you are in your own way, that in and of itself is power. Sweetness is powerful, babies. So I want us to really move these words around and get dimensional and think to ourselves, we can be powerfully sweet. We don't have to be generic. We're not in the 90s anymore. We don't have to think of power as some bodybuilder going to the gym or whatever. That's generic. There are endless and infinite forms of power. And you've got your own unique form of power. And now it's flowering. I feel like you've been really good to yourself. I feel like you've got this lovely, gentle way of going over information, being kind and patient to yourself, and really understanding, because there's something about maybe a gaslighting energy here that may be built up in your psyche, psychically. And we do have a page of coins here, which would represent to me a more immature earth sign, or someone who is... Spirit show me someone who's such a baby soul that even if they're 40 years old, they're still like a toddler in a garden, kind of poking things to see how they'll react and learning, getting their hands stuck in the clay. And I feel like maybe you were collateral for this person. I feel like their naivety and their lack of, some people are so blasé, aren't they? Some people are just so blasé as to how their behavior affects others. But I feel like something about this situation you went through, it helped you realize your station. It helps you realize how elevated your mind was in comparison. And that's not you being stuck up. That's just you accepting. And again, that idea of acceptance coming through very powerfully in this reading. You had to accept that for them to be who they are, you have to be who you are. So there's a solidity with the Wheel of Fortune and the solid and fixed signs, the things that cannot be changed. Again, that golden energy. You couldn't be changed, and nor could this person. And sometimes we have to really face that, right? Especially when we're young and maybe you're all in the same class together. So it seems like you're all on the same wavelength. But you're really, maybe you're an old soul, maybe you're an earth angel, maybe you're a volunteer, maybe you're a starseed. And this person is a bona fide human who's come here just to experiment in the physical. And there's a diamond in this page of coins' hand. So they could have promised you something. They could have really come across to you like they saw your value. So I feel like they made you dive deeper into your values in relationships and what you can trust in others, like people can say all the right words, but I feel like something made you really have to dive deep when it came to people's inner worlds and the intentions behind the things they say, because we can be around someone who's really mature and really, maybe they've had good relationship experience, maybe they've been, learned a lot of stuff through their relationships, and they can say beautiful things to us about how much we mean to them and how much we're a gift to them. And to that person saying it to us, it means everything to them to be saying that to us. But with a page of coins on the table, it's like sometimes people just say the things that they see people saying on the TV. People are that fickle. People are copycats. They constantly copy and absorb information. And maybe this person was experimenting in their own way. If they promise you something that's naughty, dancer of lies. It's like this person was a little actor in their own world, seeing you as an object in their stage play. And I feel like you had to realize this the hard way. But also kind of release yourself and pull yourself up mentally and accept that you were just so much more intellectually, metaphysically. So big, huge learning lessons here. We've got the Ace of Swords with the Three of Cups. So celebration in you now knowing your value. And when ice sticks, where it's so cold it sticks, I'm kind of getting this energy now that you're sticking. Maybe there is this Ice Queen, Ice King kind of energy to you now, where you see things clearly with diamond clarity. And I feel like this moon energy is going to clear up. Let's have a look. Show me this moon energy, please. I feel like you've been waiting for it to clear up. And then we've got the Queen of Wands here. Five of Cups. It's all over. Okay, you did the mining, you went through the pain, you went through that spot where you're like, God, how long is it going to take me to get over this? Whatever it might have been. And now I feel like it's your turn to be over it. I really do. There's a big, big bounty that we get when we wade through these emotions, and it can be like walking through water. But you did it, my darling, and I feel like you should feel a lightness now. The springtime's really important for you, Ostara energy. They're telling me for you to line up with the Easter movement, because these Easter egg energies are about to come to fruition in you. You could find yourself being good at things. Maybe you go out with friends and you try something new and you've got like all of these past life skills coming through to you where you're just naturally good at things. I'm seeing someone at a fun fair like shooting things off and winning the games, right? So that could be symbolic or literal. But I feel like you really are doing that everything, everywhere, all at once thing. Now, I love that movie, but when you translate it into real life, into real occult stuff, really the loot is stuff we've already picked up on in other lives. So yeah, they're showing me your mind breaking through now. Ace of Swords energy, breaking out of any illusion, breaking out of any old emotion that maybe this character down here, and this could be male or female, guys, okay? This is just an immature character who in their own way is doing the best they can with what they have. And you realize this with maturity and grace and dignity. Queen of Wands, Aries energy, number one, fresh starts, pointing that beautiful golden pineal energy at something that's coming in. I feel like there's going to be something that comes in that's very significant because the energies are getting mixed up. It could come in like the pitter patter of, you know, new energies at first. It could feel like this little quirky thing happens and then this little magical thing happens, and then bang, there's this momentum. I feel like there's this big momentum coming to sweep you up in it. So they're saying get confident, get ready, feel refreshed and pure, fresh mindset, fresh lens of confidence. And I feel like whoever needs this message, you're going to feel this is for you. I love you guys. I hope this has helped. Mwah.